Welcome to the late night circus where you can be on purpose under the sheets. You know I'm lurking. You know me. Do you like what you see? I may have butchered that. Greetings, Leo, all placements. Okay, so quite a few things going on here for you guys. For some of my single Leos, some of you guys definitely are in the public eye. Someone needs to be really careful how many people they're sleeping with. I mean, I'm not judging you. It's just literally our creative energy, our creation energy is our sacral. It's in our sacral chakra, okay? And when you have too many partners, you completely siphon and lose that and deplete that. And you can't just like get that back. You literally hand your creative power, your creation power away. Ask anyone who's in the industry and they know what it's like when you exchange with someone. You can wonder, man, someone, say they sleep with a professional snowboarder. All of a sudden they're amazing at snowboarding. Someone sleeps with a professional rapper. All of a sudden they wake up and they start like freestyling. They're like, I could never freestyle before. Now, some of you guys may think I'm crazy for saying those things, but it's true. That's genuinely how it is. That's genuinely how it is. It's exchanging energy. And I mean, we've seen it enough with a lot of celebrities. You look at them and you're like, man, how did you go from being so powerful and so up here to just crashing out? I mean, there's a certain someone in the media. I'm not going to say any like diddler names or anything, but we see that a lot with people in the media. You do it too much, you abuse that power too much, and your energy gets snatched. Now, the opposite is also true, Leo. When some people age really gracefully, it looks like they're aging backwards. How are they keep maintaining that? Those are the people who don't have too many partners. Those are the people who actually were mature with their energy. And they contained their energy. They didn't just hand it out and throw it out. And they didn't just throw that to any famous guy or famous athlete or, whatever, hot girl, hot guy, they weren't just throwing it around. So they maintained their energy, they maintained their beauty, and as they get older, God really does flourish people for that. It's true. The longer I'm celibate, the more beautiful, and I see that in other people. I see that in other people too. I'm not just speaking from myself, but talk to anyone who spends really long periods in celibacy and who takes vows of celibacy, and you'll see that in their energy. They have a different glow. We glow differently when our energy is 100% our own and not energy that we're just handing out to people and just throwing that okay? So I'm not judging you if you still are okay with casual bang bang, but it is something you should seriously consider and reconsider because it's not healthy. I mean, A, it's not healthy for you. It's really not. But B, it completely depletes your creative energy. So Leo, someone needs to hear that story. Now, the other thing I was getting for some of my Leos who are married with kids, your kid can be wondering why they're the outcast, why the cool kids aren't inviting them to parties or things like that. In school, I was like a weirdo. I sat with myself at recess. I listened to my Walkman by myself, sitting alone on the grass, just outcast, whatever. But I was okay with that because I knew after school my mom was going to drop me off at the stable and I was going to clean stalls and I was my instructor's house cleaner so that I could pay for my writing lessons and stuff. So I worked for my writing lessons and then I had my writing lessons. So I didn't feel I did feel left out at times, but what pulled me through was feeling that sense of camaraderie with the horses and being at the barn. So for some of my Leos, you need to find a hobby that your kid not only can deeply invest in, but that the people will allow your kid to kind of work. So say if your kid does gymnastics, see if you can work something out with the people there about having your kid helping clean afterwards or clean beforehand. There's something like that. Or if your kid plays basketball at a rec center, see if they can help sweep up the floors or help take the trash out or clean up the concessions area or something. My cat is over here playing, by the way. He may join in a second. But Leo, there's a kid here who feels left out, and it's not enough to just be oh yeah, they go to dance class and then we go home. It's they need to be a part of the cleaning or the preparation or the like there's something here of them being a part of the whole thing that's really going to make them feel, I don't know, included. For some of my Leos, your kid may not, be a part of some sort of hobby or recreational thing like that, and you need to bring that to them. Now, for some of my Leos, you could be having kids. Some of you could even be having twins, honestly. Or you could be getting a pet and then you could be getting another one with it. Like you said, oh yeah, we're gonna get our first dog or our first cat or something, and you end up getting two. And that was like so not in the books, so not in the cards, but maybe something happens where they're like, can you take the brother or the sister too? Or you get one and then there's some sort of like stray that shows up or something. I'm just seeing multiple kids for my Leos. Also, yeah, I'm just seeing multiples. So enjoy and congratulations on the growing household. Now, for some of my Leos who are single, someone could be traveling to meet someone. This can be someone that you already know of this person. They already know of you, but you guys haven't actually met in the flesh. Or if you have met in the flesh, you haven't, done the dirty. It seems like two people were about to meet, were about to kick something off or like get to know each other more deeply, and then they just kind of like ghosted, just kind of faded out. But it faded out because behind the scenes someone was still wrapping things up with an ex or a situationship, and God was like, you shall not pass. You will not pass. Like God was like, no, you are not going to connect with that person until you totally close things out with that one over there. Okay, like figure your out with that one, and then you can deal with this one. But God was not gonna let someone have their cake and eat it too when it came to a certain someone, because someone here is quite special. Someone here is definitely, otherworldly. There is a dream team here, like there is a true power couple here. But what I was saying at the beginning of the reading, Leo, someone really needs to be careful, because it's not going to be a power couple if someone is a clown who has slept around town and has wasted all of their sacral energy because there was some hotshot athlete or some hotshot celebrity or influencer, and they could bag all these people that literally, like I was saying at the beginning of the reading, you just lost all your powers. No, you can't be a power couple anymore because you literally gave your power away because you slept around too much. So someone here, it can already be, I don't know, gates are locked. Gates are locked. Gates can be locked because someone was already too much of a... Just saying. I mean, you're the one who... Did I say it or did I say it? Rooster. Someone was pompous and arrogant. Rooster, pompous and arrogant. Brass, because they're a who. Warning, loss, not happening. So, for some of my Leos, it quite literally does look like someone is not gonna get that sacred union, because to be in a sacred union, you have to actually earn it and spend a vow of celibacy. And if you don't believe me and you think that you can cheat God and get away from that, I mean, you are sorely mistaken. You are sorely mistaken. You can't, he sees everything. He sees everything. He knows when you're lying. And that's also, you guys, why I've never cared about what people say about me, because I know God sees everything. I know God sees I'm living sober. I know God sees that I'm not doing it with anyone. So I don't really care what people want to run their mouths on, because I know and God knows. And all the people who are trying to make it seem like they're not doing certain things, well, guess what? God sees your ass. And someone here is not going to get a sacred union because they were too much of a man whore. It just is what it is. God's going to redirect the sacred woman, the sacred divine feminine that you were supposed to meet, but you decided to pass up so that you could your ex again and the situationship again and have a threesome with those ones over there and a foursome with those over there. You ruined it. You ruined it. So, sorry, Leo, but for some of my single Leos who are in the spotlight and some sort of athlete or someone who's got an athletic body or an influence, you're not getting that sacred union because you don't. So, enjoy your who's.